So if you're anything like me, you probably weren't exactly thrilled when the newest wave of Ninjago sets, Ninjago Core, was revealed, since it's a wave of Ninjago that's aimed primarily at 6-year-olds. But having Zane's mech in hand, I have to say it's a lot better than I originally thought it would be. Yes, it is a bit juniorized, and we do have these large, chunky armor pieces, which probably aren't going to be very easy to use in other builds, but at the same time, it actually has a pretty decent design aesthetic here. I think overall, it's actually a pretty decent mech for its size. Granted, there are much better mechs out there, but for a 6-year-old, this is actually a pretty decent mech. But there is one major complaint that I have about this set, and that is, of course, the hands. I mean, what is LEGO doing here? Surely there are much better alternatives to these hand things here, and giving the mech a tiny little human or minifigure-sized katana, I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of that aspect. The hands are definitely the weakest point here, and it's definitely something that I'd like to upgrade. Before we get started on our custom though, if you want to help support the BrickLab and future videos like this, feel free to purchase the set using my Amazon affiliate link in the description or the comments below. You don't pay anything extra, but Amazon will pay me a small commission, so it'll help support future videos. And here's the upgraded result. As you can see, it looks pretty much like the original mech, only it now has hands with movable fingers. And as you can see, there's also a massive blade attached to the hand here, which is much more effective at slicing down the snake villains than that other tiny katana was. And I also added in a hand on this side, even though technically there's no need for it with this giant spinning blade here. And yeah, so if you want, you could actually arm this mech with 2 blades, and he can hold one in either hand. And I'm using the blade that I had on hand at the time, although you could swap it out for a couple different alternatives. And if we flip it around to the back side, you can see I still made use of those 4 golden clips that were originally on the hand here. I just attached them to the back of the armor here and plugged Zane's sword in, which you can use them on either end for additional weapons. In fact, if you want, you could actually just put some on the back of the legs here. And that way you could have multiple weapons for storage. You could maybe include some shuriken or something along those lines. In fact, if you wanted, you could even clip the giant sword to the back here just to keep it out of the way, although I'm not sure how effective that would be since it's still just sitting here. But anyway, that's basically how I upgraded the hands. If you want to make them, they're actually super easy. You'll only need a handful of parts that weren't included in the set, and I'll put a link to that part list in the description. So yeah, your mech's hand is going to look like this before you upgrade it. So in order to upgrade it, you first need to pull off these golden clips here, and what I did was, again, just plug them into the back of the upper arm armor here. And then from there, you can just include the katana as well. Pretty easy fix there. So then to build the arm, you're just going to take this slope, you're going to take this clip piece, and I'm going to flip this around because that's the way it is in the final build. So yeah, you're going to make sure it looks like this. Then you're going to add in the thumb assembly, this finger assembly, and then this white slope on top. It's really just that easy, so I'm not going to do a more in-depth tutorial for that. So yeah, that's it. That's how you modify the mech. It's a really simple fix, but I feel like this mech is pretty solid. Of course, you could go way crazy and upgrade it like Chubby Bots and just make it look super incredible, but I think the simplest look is best here. You're probably not going to need anything more complicated than this. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all that other good stuff. And if you want to see more of my content, please feel free to check out the other videos on my channel. And if there's something you want to see me build, feel free to leave a comment in the comments section below, and I will see what I can do. Again, that's all I have for you guys today, so I will see you next time.